back to Wisdom by Experience. I am Dr. B. That is what they call me. If you go to my other channel, they call me Miss C. I want to talk about closing of the heart and also heartbreak, which is basically the same thing. Now, I'm going to be reading from paper because I wrote everything down. Those that know me personally know that I write better than I speak, unless I'm actually flowing in the Spirit of God. Okay, so let's talk about the heart chakra. Your heart chakra is your fourth chakra, right here. Because then you have the throat chakra, which is 5. You have your brow chakra, 6, and your crown chakra, which is 7. Okay? So it takes a lot to close your heart chakra, or the heart, where it no longer have love that resides within it. When a traumatic emotional issue takes hold onto your heart chakra, it can promote uneasiness when you hear the words, "I love you." You may feel reluctant to respond to those words or to respond with those exact words to another person. The pain which you felt or you thought that it healed wasn't healed at all. It resurfaces, which reopens that wound of pain that you had before that you thought you were over. You wasn't. It's a journey. And I pray that you and I never have to experience again. However, that may be wishful thinking when it comes to love. If we allow our hearts to close, how can we assist humanity on a higher plane? Many light workers are love. We were forged in love to raise the consciousness of others and heal this planet. The earth has a heart. For those who aren't aware, it's alive. The waters are its nurturing, healing, and calmness to nature as well as us. And to me, the hot lava as within the earth represents the blood of our planet. So I'm going to just bypass that and we're going to keep talking. A closed heart after a heartbreak can make a heart wither. It can also promote heart disease or deplete your spiritual energy because you are mimicking that powerful energy called love. This can also knock you, me, all of us off of our journey that was divinely given to us by Source. The Bible tells us that perfect love casts out all fear. The thing about that is if we close our heart, we become fearful, afraid to love again, open up our heart and trust another human being or person. At this point, the best thing we can do is forgive ourselves for allowing ourselves to give our all to another person. Forgive ourselves for allowing past intrusions. Do some chakra meditations and pray. Talk to the Almighty about everything because He already knows. Find things that you were passionate about and begin to use those things again to help you to heal. Put your emotions into your crafts, etc. Take long salt baths with meditation music and just allow the meditation music to take you to another place. While you're there, you may get some insight on some messages from the divine. And it also helps you to heal and recharge. Take yourself out to the movies. Go out to eat by yourself. Now that might be difficult for some people because a lot of us don't like being alone. But if you can't live with yourself, if you can't do things by yourself, that makes you codependent on another person. There's nothing wrong with going out to eat or to do other activities with other people. But while you're on your healing journey, take some time out to love you. Date yourself. Play cards with yourself. There are some things that I like to do, and this raises my vibration when I say, okay, I think I'm going to love myself today. And then I start thinking about stuff like I say, well, first of all, I'm going to give myself a nice sugar scrub. I'm going to slip into me a bathtub full of nice warm water with bubbles. You know, I'm going to paint my toenails. I'm going to give myself a facial. I'm going to give myself a full body massage from shoulders down. I do my face first, but we always do. And do your feet last. Then I start thinking about my creative things that I like to do. I like making bath and body products. And I'm incorporating all of this here as if these are the things I'm going to do in one day. But it's almost impossible to get everything done in one day unless you're getting up in the morning around 4 a.m. And you'll be surprised how much you can get done. And at the end of the day, you'll feel very good about yourself. You didn't just accomplish the things that you said, but you showed yourself some kindness and some love by doing the things that you like, filling your cup again, and also healing your heart. When I went through my heartbreak, it felt like my heartbeat was fading. I had a pain that came so deep, I had no choice but to release it so it would not allow my body to be harmed or me to have any mental illness. Anytime that your mind is disrupted with replaying over and over again things that were said or done, that is a form of mental illness. So, another thing that I would do, especially after this had happened, I stayed quiet until I got home. And once I entered my dwelling, I pulled out a canvas. I grabbed me a couple of my sketch pencils, and I began to sketch me a picture upon the canvas, because that was bringing me peace. You have to find the things that make you, that allow you to be able to ground yourself or bring yourself back to a peaceful state so you won't become frantic or do something that you may not be able to come back from. So this is how I brought peace back to me. If I hadn't done those things, there's a possibility that I also could have fell into a deep depression. You know, when you begin in a deep depression, and some people don't know they're in it, you don't like to be in the light, you want to be in the dark. You may turn to the wall and face it and just lay in bed all day. You may find yourself getting into a routine, get up, take a shower, go to work, come home, take a shower. You may eat, you may not. Most of the time we don't eat when we're in that kind of place. And we just lay back down and we face the wall again. Maybe put the covers over our head. And sometimes depression can get to the place where you don't feel like that there's nothing left here on this planet for you. There's no love, no one that understands you, nobody you can really talk to. And it makes you feel like you're useless. And this is especially true for people that are older, because their children have grown up and they have children. Those children may be grown and they don't get the same amount of attention or respect that they once got. They're not invited out to places to eat or to functions like they used to. Maybe the majority of their friends are already transitioned. So heartache and heartbreak, closing of the chakra, the heart chakra, can be very devastating to this planet. Love is what draws people to the Almighty. It elevates the planet, it elevates our consciousness, and it definitely elevates us. And once you find yourself doing things that bring you back to wholeness, begin to fill your cup again, you find that you still have a purpose. You're not so ready and willing to give that up. But one thing I can tell you about a heartache or heartbreak, each time you go through one, they're not always the same. They come on different levels. And once you have went through that, understood that, and overcame it, you become more stronger. You can identify it the next time it shows up in your life. In fact, if you're very intuitive, you'll know. When you see a person coming towards you, you can almost feel what kind of spirit they're coming towards you in. And if you ever have a person come around you and they remind you of another person that you know, and you can't put your finger on it, just think about the person that they remind you of. And then you'll say, oh, that's what it is. So, if it's a person with a beautiful spirit, and you reflect back on someone that they remind you of, then you know that's a good thing. Now, don't forget you need to push yourself. Even if you don't feel like doing something, you still need to push yourself. Now, you may not have friends, and you may have some friends that are loyal to you, that you can confide in, that you don't have to worry about what you're saying going anywhere. That's not judgmental. Or they won't try to stab you in the back and go for the person that you're no longer with. And you need to watch out for those people too. Because those that'll tell you, dump that guy, that girl, or something like that, chances are they want to get them out the way because they want to have a chance either with you or that other person. So find things that'll keep your mind free. One day, you're going to look back, and when that person's name come across your mind, or you see that person, it's going to be like, you're not going to even realize when you healed. Don't try to push yourself in a crash course to heal like in about 2 weeks and say, oh, I'm over him or I'm over her. No, it don't always work like that, because just because you're saying that and you're around your associates or your peers, you may be saying that for their benefit, but what they don't realize is that when you're behind closed doors and you're by yourself, everything comes back. You may find yourself weeping in your sleep and don't even know why. It's because you're still cleansing cleansing from a heartache or heartbreak. And if you don't cleanse, if you don't allow yourself to have those emotions, that's when your heart begins to close up. That's when you realize that, and you say, I don't want to love nobody anymore. And that's not a good place to be, because without love, how can you heal another person? How can you heal yourself? The heart chakra is meant to heal. Your heart energy is meant to heal. Heal relationships, situations, other people with chronic illnesses. Majority of people that have gone away from here, and you may not be able to find the statistics anywhere, but the majority of people that are no longer here died of a broken heart or a closed heart chakra. When you hear about people having heart diseases, it's because their heart chakra has been closed, or they closed it, or they shut it down because of the pain was great. Always be honest with yourself. And if you need to, reach out to a licensed psychologist, because you know what goes in that door going to stay in that door. And these people are also not just licensed to be able to assist you in a mental and emotional way, but there are many of them that are intuitive, as well as have healing powers. So you may go in there sobbing and weeping and crying. They may give you a pill and a stick to beat the hell out of it. You know what I mean? You know, just to get all of it out of you and say whatever you need to say. Because whatever you say is not going to pass those doors. It's not going to pass. I mean, you might want to beat the hell out the pillow and say, and be thinking that this is a person's head or something. But get it out of you so you can heal. Whatever it takes in a positive manner. Now, if you feel like you're not healed enough to be able to start a new relationship or to continue the one that you're already in, then it may be wise to put it on pause. But if you feel that you can talk to your person that you want to reconcile with, make sure you're honest about your feelings and about the things that you felt were harmful, that hurt you. If your person is willing to give a listening ear as well as work on those things in order for them not to happen again, and I'm not talking about a person that's physically abusive. I'm speaking about someone that broke your heart. Now, that would also break your heart if a person put their hands on you, especially if you was in love with them. And you're the one that's like the breadwinner, male or female. Now, here's a little nugget I want you to know. There may come a time in your life, a healer who walks in the order of love come your way. This person will be patient and understanding with you. Now, I'm not telling you if you're in a relationship to leave your person. Not at all. This is for those people that are no longer in a relationship, a pseudo-ship, or whatever you want to call it. This will be somebody or someone whose energy will pivot your entire body and demand your attention. Not saying that the person is going to open their mouth and say anything that will make you look back, but the impact of their spiritual energy will be felt on a magnitude that will get your attention. So let's continue to heal without jealousy and envy, vindictiveness, want to play get back or take or try to do something to a person because they did it to you. Let's just try to continue to be happy, okay? Because there is somebody that's going to enter your life, and your life is going to be beautiful. Thank you again for coming back to Wisdom by Experience. I'll see y'all in the next video.